Have you ever woken up feeling like you just want to close your eyes again? Not because you're physically tired, but because you're emotionally exhausted. Maybe you've asked yourself in silence, why does everything feel so heavy? You're not alone. And without reconnecting to what truly matters, the world is moving faster than ever. But somewhere along the way, life started to feel like a blur. A constant stream of responsibilities. You end up measuring your life with someone else's ruler. It's spending time in silence, walking in nature, engaging in a hobby that has no outcome but joy. What to eat, what to wear, what to watch, who to follow, what to chase. The brain is constantly overloaded, always evaluating, always weighing options. Over time, it wears you down. Even small decisions start to feel like mountains. You feel paralyzed, not because you're incapable, but because you're overstimulated. You've never had a chance to pause and breathe. It's connecting with yourself without the noise of the world. Most people confuse numbing with resting. But numbing never recharges you. It just delays the crash. That kind of mental pressure wears you down slowly, like water dripping on stone. We live in a world of highlights. At some point, you've gone through hurt, disappointment, rejection, or loss. But many people keep moving without healing. They suppress instead of addressing. They distract instead of processing. But pain doesn't vanish just because you ignore it. It hides in your habits, in your mood, in your energy levels. It becomes emotional baggage you carry every day, making every step heavier than it needs to be. Open any app and you'll be bombarded with people showing you their best moments. Vacations, new cars, perfect relationships, big wins. And even if you know it's curated, a part of you starts to question your own journey. Am I enough? Am I falling behind? Noise, expectations, and pressure. You're not broken. You're not lazy. You're tired, deeply, mentally, and spiritually tired. And that kind of exhaustion doesn't come from lack of sleep. It comes from carrying too much for too long without a break, without clarity. This feeling, this fatigue of the soul, is something many people silently endure. We keep moving, keep pushing, but deep inside, we're running on empty. And if that resonates with you right now, when was the last time you did something just because it made you feel alive? Something that made you lose track of time? If you can't remember, that's a sign your life may be filled with duties, but starved of meaning. Understand this: there is a way to fix it. Not with a quick hack or surface-level tip, but by going deeper. By realigning your life with what it was always meant to be. Let's start by getting to the root of why you feel tired of life. One major reason is emotional disconnection. When you're not connected to your purpose, when you go through each day just checking boxes, doing tasks that feel meaningless, your spirit starts to dim. People often think burnout comes from doing too much, but often it comes from doing too little of what truly lights you up. Think back. The second reason is constant comparison. Comparison drains your energy. It steals your joy, and it makes you forget your own path. Third, there's the lack of authentic rest. Rest doesn't just mean lying in bed, scrolling through your phone. That's distraction. Real rest is restorative. And then there's decision fatigue. We live in an age of infinite choices. Another major contributor is unresolved pain. Life hits all of us. Now you might be thinking that all sounds true, but what do I actually do about it? And that's the shift. Moving from awareness to action. You have to protect your energy like your life depends on it, because, in many ways, it does. Cut out the noise, say no more often. Create space in your day not to do more, but to feel more. The clearer your environment, the quieter your mind becomes. Because understanding why you're tired is the beginning. Fixing it is the transformation. The first step is to simplify your life. Not everything that demands your attention deserves it. Next, reconnect with your values. What truly matters to you? Not what society says, not what your parents expected, not what others are chasing. Each moment of awareness becomes a building block. You're not broken, you're rebuilding. You're not lost, you're realigning. What makes you feel proud when no one is watching? It's your body, your mind, your soul asking for alignment. They're tired of the pressure to be perfect. They're tired of pretending. They're tired of being disconnected from what matters. But when you remove what doesn't belong, life starts to breathe again. You begin to feel again. You begin to hope again. And the good news is, you get to choose. You can choose to rest. You can choose to reflect. You can choose to rise. What fills your heart with quiet satisfaction? Write it down. Define it. Because without knowing your internal compass, you'll always feel lost, even when you're successful. Start by giving yourself grace. Start by letting go of what's draining you. And start moving toward what fills your soul. Slowly, intentionally, honestly. The fatigue will fade. The fog will lift. And in its place, you'll find clarity, peace, and a renewed desire to keep going. Then comes purposeful action. Every day, do something, even one small thing, that aligns with who you want to become. You get to write it. Fully awake, fully present, fully alive. Purpose isn't always a big, dramatic calling. Your emotions are not weaknesses, they're messengers. They tell you where healing is needed. When you release the weight of suppressed emotion, you reclaim massive amounts of energy. Often, it's in the small acts done with intention. Disconnect from technology. Go outside. Read something uplifting. Sit in silence. Meditate. Breathe deeply. These small pauses act like emotional oxygen. They keep your inner fire burning. A kind word. A creative project. A step toward a meaningful goal. Purposeful action rewires your mind. It gives you back a sense of control. It restores momentum. It's not about pretending everything is perfect. It's about noticing what is still good, still true, still worth holding on to. Gratitude grounds you. It reminds you that even in chaos, you can choose peace. You also need to process your emotions. Find a safe space, journaling, therapy, deep conversations, to express what's been buried. Another vital element is to schedule real rest. Don't wait for burnout to take a break. Build moments of recovery into your routine. Let's not forget the power of gratitude. When life feels dull or overwhelming, gratitude is the lens that brings hidden beauty back into focus. Finally, be patient with yourself. You didn't get here overnight, and you won't feel better overnight either. But each small shift adds up. Life won't always be easy, but it doesn't have to feel meaningless. Tiredness is a signal, not a sentence. The truth is, most people are not tired of life. They retired of the version of life they've been told to live. So if you're tired of life right now, start there. This isn't the end of your story. It's the turning point, and the rest of the story.